everyone. At the beginning of this year, we start a great job which is oriented towards social research. During this process, we have the opportunity to meet the victims of violence due to forced displacement in Colombia. Among them, we were touched by the story of Carmenza. She is a peasant woman from the Sinú community who highlighted the before, during, and after the victimizing time. Organizations, public and private networks have not fulfilled their function related to purpose to each of them has.
Therefore, we can begin to ask ourselves, how are the institutions intervening in the integral reparation of the victims? For example, when they did not attend her in a medical center because her personal information did not match, or because the documents that they asked her were not the correct ones, or they were missing.
What we have found is that in Colombia, in the specific case of the victims that of armed conflict, is that the department in charge of some policies and regulations and design projects and regulates the plans for an adequate attention and an integral reparation is the Department of Social Prosperity, which is responsible for the distribution of resources and the main institution that is providing some help to these communities or victims.
Also, the victims unit should be noted that nationally there is a very limited coverage as institutions that provide support, and even more the institutions that are part of the daily life of victims must promote the quality and well-being, because their decisions influence the construction of identities and cultural narrative.
For this reason, the problem that exists is that the intervention of the institution is not completely effective, since they do not fully cover the requirements of the victims and communities. This problem occurs because the institutions do not understand the subjectivity of the communities, and they believe that solutions can be given in the same way in all the people.
On the other hand, institutions seek to intervene not to help but to achieve their interest. Violate the communities to get, for example, followers for a political campaign. Similarly, the role of institutions has also been to regulate subjectivity in order to avoid opposition or different thoughts, as is the case of the Historical Memory Center that is being intervened to do it to its role as an opponent of the state. Thank you.
Institutions are the warrantors of providing resources for the welfare of these populations, and in some way support the construction of peace that wants to be achieved. It is necessary that to have a mechanism in which both public and private institutions fulfill their work fully and jointly, informing the conflict victims and making them seem that as citizens they have the possibility of appealing in political interests.
This can be done through public policies that generate laws and modify aspects of the institution so that the community and the victims of the armed conflict can be benefit from this change.
From the university context, the development of the country can be promoted through the teaching of social responsibility and the solution of social problems. In conclusion, to solve the problem of discrimination and powerless, we need the active participation of community inside the institutions to be encouraged in a process in which the same community can transform itself and promote
awareness about its identity and its own resources. It is necessary to appeal the academic community and specialized psychologists who have the ability to influence in the creation of such policies, acting from state agencies and organizations. Thank you.